Hello YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be planting our flat garden. I'm Jerry and I'm living the Newcomb life. Alright guys, for those of you who have been watching our channel for any length of time know that we plant in a variety of different ways. And a few years ago, from Living Traditions Homestead, we found a way that you can plant with the absolute least amount of weeds possible, and that is with a flat garden, which is this right here. Basically, it's garden cloth that you put over top of your garden after you've tilled it and put all of your amendments in it. And then the added bonus is you use drip tape over top of that on a timer, so there's practically no way that you can overwater at any time. And because the drip tape is on a timer, you never have to worry about watering it. All you have to do is try to manage the weeds in the small holes that you open up in your garden fabric to place your plants, and that minimizes, absolutely minimizes the amount of weeds that you have to maintain in your garden. This is the best maintenance-free way we have found to garden. All right, so as you can see, I have a tomato here. This one just happens to be a beefsteak tomato that we planted from seed. Years previous, we purchased plants in these Bonnie pots, and it seemed wasteful to just throw them out. So over the years, we just kept them and reused them for our seed starts. And as you can see, it has really turned out to be a pretty good investment. You can see how nice and healthy that tomato looks. All right, so I'm gonna just go through planting the flat garden and just kind of show you guys what I'm doing. All right guys, I'm not sure how well you can see this, but I have my hole that I burn out in the garden fabric along with my drip tape irrigation system here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant this tomato plant as deep as I can go, probably up to about right here or so. So I'm going to dig the hole. I'm going to put some blood meal and some bone meal in it just to enhance the plant, give it a little bit better of a regular start, and go down this whole row and plant my beefsteak tomatoes. All right, now that I have my beefsteak tomatoes in, I'm going to plant 2 cherry tomatoes and 4 Jetstar tomatoes. All right, now it's time to plant Dawn's Roma tomatoes. All right, guys, now I'm at the point where I am going to plant peas. We are planning on pulling this garden fabric up at the end of this year's garden season, till it up, put some lime on it, and put a tarp on it over winter. So we normally plant tomatoes here, but we're going to plant peas this time. So what I have to do is I have to make additional holes with my lighter here, and I'm going to try to see if this is going to work. I have about, I think it's between 52 and 56 seeds that I'm going to try to plant. So I'm going to try to space them out. It says spacing is 1 to 1.5 inches. I think mine is going to end up being about 3 to 4 inches. So they shouldn't be crowded. These are Snap Sugar Daddy peas from Back to the Roots, and it says organic, non-GMO. Normally you don't pre-plant seeds as seed starts. You direct sow. These should start germinating in 1 to 2 weeks and then harvest at 58 to 65 days. So I've already got some holes that I've already tried to space out, and I have to plant them from about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And I have this pretty cool, I'm going to call it a seed stick, but it has markings on it for 1 inch, 2, 3, 4, and up to 5 inch depth. And it even has a little seed holder here to help you plant your seed. So as I go, I'm just going to put this in the ground about 1 inch or so, and then if I need to, I have some starter soil here to put over top, in case the soil here is a little rough. Hopefully that will give the seeds the best start that they can, and they'll start growing sooner rather than later. Alright guys, so that is our flat garden. We have beefsteak tomatoes on this row, 2 cherry tomatoes on each end of that row, and Jetstar tomatoes in the middle, 4 of those, and then 6 Roma tomatoes on the back row. And we have about 50 direct sow pea plants right here. So stay tuned for the progress so we can show you guys how things are growing, or if it even grows at all. But we still have some more planting to do. I have to plant my peppers and carrots and beets and radishes and turnips, and the zucchini and squash. So make sure that you guys come back for those, because we plant those in different containers to kind of figure out the best way for those to grow. So that all right, so I just re-hooked up my drip irrigation that I set up a few years ago. I'll put a link to that video about how we set this up here and in the description notes below. That video has gotten a lot of hits, so if you've ever been interested in doing a drip irrigation system, I would highly recommend that you check out that video. I've got a lot of really good comments, a lot of good feedback on how that video went. It breaks everything down, so it's absolutely super simple how to set this up. It seems like it's complicated, but it's really not. The combination of the drip irrigation system and the garden cloth, the flat garden concept, really makes gardening as maintenance free as it can. The hardest part is trying to plant through the garden fabric in those holes, but outside of that, it's very little weeds. The yield is fantastic. So I would highly recommend that you guys check that out. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope that you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's free and it really helps our channel grow. And hit that notification bell so you're up to date on all of our upcoming videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.